I for sure figured out my neighbor's leaf blowing schedule. Alright, so today we're gonna do a little chit chat life update. I was gonna do a shadow and schmooze, but then I figured let's switch it up and do a no brand tutorial while I just talk about stuff. I've seen a few people do this, it's kind of going around, but I saw Jessica Braun do it and I liked hers, and it's just like an interesting way to, I don't know, not focus on the exact products. If you've never seen a no brand tutorial, you basically just do your makeup and you don't mention the products that you're using, which I feel like I'm going to be particularly horrible at. And it'll probably be very hard for me to not list it in the description box as well. So maybe I'll post like a screenshot of a list of all the products I used on Twitter afterwards in case anyone does want to know like what lipstick I used or something, because I feel like that would bother me if I was watching this. But anyways, if you enjoy this video while you're watching, you can give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. I'm going to be touching on some updates that have to do with other things I've talked about. So I'm going to link the Shadow and Schmooze playlist down below and also my last Q&A video, which apparently a lot of people missed, but let's get into it. Okay, where to even start, folks? Also, I guess I have to kind of like not show the, like not hold up the thing I'm using. This is going to be weird, man. I honestly don't even know where to start. I have like notes on my phone just because I feel like I have so much to tell you guys, but I have been kind of like, I don't know, way overthinking like everything I want to share or don't want to share. July was an extremely hard month. Had surgery on June 30th. It was in California so that my parents could help me after surgery for recovery for that whole month. So I was there for the whole month. I literally left my house a total of like 3 times to go on a walk around the block. Like, wasn't out and about, wasn't just traveling for fun. Trust me, if anyone is like psycho about being careful with COVID, it's me. I'm immunocompromised, I'm high risk, I wear a mask everywhere. Like, I'm not just, you know, going to San Diego for shits and giggles. Anytime I have surgery, I am aware that my body takes usually 2 to 3 weeks longer to recover than whatever the doctor says. So I kind of knew it was going to be harder and longer than expected, which I was like fine with and prepared for. It was something I had to do. This is so weird not saying what foundation I'm using. I haven't tried this shade of this foundation yet though, so hopefully this is a good match. Having some, I don't know if it's stress breakouts or what, but probably. The surgery was fine. I woke up out of surgery with a migraine, which I didn't even know was possible because of all the meds they give you while you're under. And I think it was just because my neck was flat on the table for 3 hours. That usually triggers migraine. So I woke up with it out of surgery and they couldn't give me meds because of like the bleeding after surgery. So I was fully awake. Like, I wasn't conked out from the anesthesia or anything for that first full day. Actually, like every day after surgery, I like wasn't sleeping because I was so just in a lot of pain. Not as much from like the surgery, ironically, but because of the surgery, the rest of my normal chronic pain, body pain, migraines were just like through the roof. So without going too far into it, the 30 days that I was at my parents' house, I took 24. So I had a migraine and was in bed for about half the day, almost every single day for that whole month, which isn't super uncommon for me, but usually I can take other meds that I couldn't take because of the surgery, and I get a little bit more relief from that, but also because of the surgery, I wasn't doing my normal things. Like, normally I go to the chiropractor every other day and get adjusted, and I do other kind of things to help so that I can like work and function a little bit more. But positive out of that month of recovering there. So because I pre-filmed that whole month's and the first week of August videos before I left, all the videos that you guys saw were pre-filmed. Positive of all of this was that this was the first time, I think, like since I've started YouTube, that I had a full social media break, especially for the first like 3 weeks. I was almost completely offline, like not even opening the apps. And it was, oh my God, unreal how much less stressed I was and just how much more like at peace I felt, not reading comments every single day and not like, I don't know, it was wild. I didn't realize, I guess, how much that can affect you. It does. And I obviously take like social media breaks every now and then. I think it's healthy too, but not for like, you know, weeks at a time. Normally I'll take like a weekend off and close my phone or put it on airplane mode or something, but not to this degree. And it was the first time I kind of realized like just the toll that it can have on you. And for me, I think the mental aspect of my job is a little bit different because I kind of was able to pinpoint what actually stresses me out. And a lot of the stress that I have around social media is just having to do with what to share, how to talk about my health stuff, and just feeling like I'm hiding like 90% of my life relative to what actually goes on a daily basis in my life. The amount that I share on social media is about 1%, if that. I share something like this like every couple months just as kind of an update, and I don't know, I just realized like this is what stresses me out the most. So dealing with all of the health stuff over the last month without being on social media at all was such a like freeing feeling for me, because it's very odd when you're, you know, one day waking up with a migraine, feeling like shit, my body's in a ton of pain, going to get injected, and then coming back that night and like filming a video. It's just like kind of a mind fuck sometimes, and I don't know how to like deal with it a lot of the time. I don't know if any of this is making sense because I kind of am like half explaining and getting into it, but I'm just trying to like kind of take it easy but also work and film. But the hours that I was there, that I was out of bed, I was on the couch and I found some really good shows. I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget to tell you guys, but I watched a lot of shows because what else was I gonna do? I had literally all my work done before, so it was just like, that was a good break too. I think I found my new favorite show. I've been doing just kind of like wispy brows like that lately. I might add a little bit more darkness today though. Did I set my under eyes? I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I'm like not paying attention to the makeup at all. We'll see how this turns out. One of the best shows I've discovered of all time, like I think this is in my like top 5 favorite shows ever, Dead to Me. You guys need to watch Dead to Me on Netflix. It's just the best combo of like comedy, drama, I don't know, murder. Like it's so good. I don't laugh out loud at shows very often, but that one, probably like 5 times per episode, I laughed out loud. It is so good. I just got that all over my skin. You need to watch it. Trust me. I also watched Upload with my dad, which Upload was good. It's kind of like a sci-fi, or Self is like uploaded. This is in the future to, except not that far out in the future probably. Something like this will probably be happening. When you die, basically you can be uploaded to basically like AR, and people can still come visit you and talk to you, and like you can touch each other and all this stuff. And it's a good show, but it's definitely more of like kind of cheesy, almost like comedy a little bit than I thought it was going to be. It's kind of cheesy. I still liked it. Definitely going to watch season 2 when it comes out, but if you're into that kind of thing, like sci-fi or Black Mirror, it felt very like Black Mirror-esque, which I'm into. I love Black Mirror. Oh, Normal People. Okay, if any of you have watched Normal People, let me know what you think down below, because I haven't felt this conflicted about a show in a long time. It was such a weird, emotional, I don't know. It was one of those shows where it like didn't have the most satisfying ending, and each episode you kept kind of like waiting for something to finally happen, and then the ending was just kind of like, I don't know, man. It's about this Irish couple, and I can't even summarize it. It's basically their like love story over years of almost being together and then not, and then being together and then like going through some shit. And it was emotional. Like I felt drained after watching that show, so I wouldn't suggest it if you're like not in a good, you know, headspace right now, or like going through a breakup or something. Like don't watch that show. But if you're someone who enjoys miserable TV shows, I guess watch it. I don't know. I guess I'm doing eyes first right now. This never happens. Do I want to be doing this? Not really. I think I'm going to put on some bronzer in a second. I think that was a Hulu original, maybe. So I watched that one, and then I'm still watching Fauda. I also watched Indian Matchmaking, which is a new like dating show on Netflix, which I watched with my boyfriend, and we looked up the reviews afterwards, and it has different kind of like conflicting things just about showing Indian culture and certain aspects of what was shown and what wasn't shown and stuff. I need to put on bronzer. I'm feeling very pale right now. But I do think it is an interesting thing to watch. If you have experience with Indian dating or matchmaking, definitely comment down below. I'm curious. And if you watch that show, let me know down below like how accurate or not accurate you think it was. And I loved what's his name? He was the school teacher and he's hilarious. I loved him. Look how massive this brush is. It looks like a microphone. Do you remember those like singing microphones as a kid that would do like that echo thing? I definitely had a karaoke phase as a child, which is kind of funny because now you literally couldn't pay me to karaoke. One of my first jobs in Seattle, we did like a team building thing where we went and did karaoke, and I kind of wanted to die. Introvert problems. I think I could have gone maybe a shade up in the foundation I used. Maybe not. Might add some more bronzer because I'm feeling very bronzy. I'm in a bronzy mood today. But let's add some blush, and then I'm going to go back to the eyes because I kind of just paused that train. I'm still watching The 12 on Netflix. It's a Netflix original too, I think. That is really good. It's about 12 jurors on this murder case. That is a really good show, but you almost like could watch each episode a couple times, so I feel like there's certain things that I miss, and I usually fall asleep during shows, so I usually end up watching episodes twice anyways. But these ones, like, even if I was awake, I would probably have to watch them twice. What else did I do? I ate lots of donuts and burritos. Always my go-to when I'm back home. I had really good food that my mom made. Thank God for my mom, by the way. Shout out to Mama Burrito right now because, whoa, the amount of caretaking that lady had to do while I was home was... I don't know what I would have done. I also read a book. I got a Kindle, which I've been obsessed with. I got a Kindle and an iPad, which I never thought I would get either of those things. I actually used to have a Kindle that I did like, but I don't know, it kept dying and then I like just wasn't using it that much. But I got the Kindle, I don't think it's the Paperwhite, but it's like the newer white edition one. The nice thing about it is that if you have sensitive eyes to like light, it does go really dim. So it's not just like reading off of an iPad or your phone. It has this like kind of dull light that you can adjust. So it's like less harsh on your eyeballs, which is nice. I've never tried this brush for contour, but I might do it. I almost just said what I was using. I don't know how this is going to look because this one I've only used like a couple times. I like that. But I did decide to get the iPad. It's not the Pro, but it's the 10.2 inch, the newest version or whatever, because I got basically sucked down this hole of watching like online planning videos. You guys know I'm obsessed with planning. I have to have a planner. I write everything down. Love a good cross off to-do list, you know. I would not be able to get 90% of the things done that I get done without a planner. And I just kind of got sucked into looking at options for like how to plan things digitally instead, and not just planning, but like using GoodNotes. There's so many cool videos on how to use GoodNotes in different ways, which is just an app that you can have on the iPad. So far, I've been loving it. Let me know if you guys would want to like see more about it in a vlog, or just like a, once I really have it down, do like a what's on my iPad video, or like favorite iPad apps, something along those lines, because I love watching those videos right now. And I find it really cool seeing how different people like organize their life. And I have the Apple Pencil, so you can write directly on the iPad. It's the kind of thing where it's like you don't need it obviously, but it's nice to have, and I'm using it more than I thought I was going to use it. I've been making my own backgrounds. I have an iPhone background, like I made this one for my iPhone, and then the iPad says iPad in the same font, so it's kind of cute. By the way, this video is going up as real time as it gets around here. I'm filming this on Thursday, July 30th, and it's going to be going up on Wednesday, I'm pretty sure. So this is like, you know, a current update. Just had a lot of time to sit and think while I was there. Oh wow, that's actually kind of orange. So now that I'm back, let me know what videos you guys want to see. I have a lot planned out for August, but not as much for September, so let me know what you want to see and we can make it happen. The next few months are a little bit wild because I'm starting a new treatment thing. I do want to get your guys' thoughts on something if you have also gone through this. I talked about it in my last Q&A video a little bit, but recently I found out a lot of new health stuff just with my neck, 2 herniated discs, torn joints, and then I'm going to a rheumatologist for something else that I need to do testing and stuff for, figure that out too. Now that we finally figured out a few concrete things after my entire life of not knowing anything going on, there's certain things that now I can start doing with a new doctor. So if any of you have tried PRP or prolotherapy, please let me know your experiences down below. I've done research on both and I'm still kind of torn on which one to do. I'm down to try literally anything at this point. So That's starting soon. I'm doing one more nerve block injection and then starting those. I don't know if you can actually layer, like you can do nerve block injection and one of those at the same time. But yeah, that's my life update. I don't know. I always feel just weird about doing these videos because day to day I always try and look at the glass half full and just get done what I can get done and continue on. And so when I make these kind of update videos, it's just like, I don't know, actually editing and uploading it is always difficult for me because I don't ever want to be like a downer for you guys to watch or negative or whatever, but at the same time it's like this is my update. Like if you know, like if I'm gonna do a life update, this is my update. I always go back and forth 50 billion times when I film these kind of videos, and it's hard to open up about on the internet, and it's like I want to share things and then also I don't want to share things and then I don't share 90% of it, so then it just feels like this weird balance. I've just been really debating, like in general, not just this one video, but in general, the best way for my mental health, basically. Just everything, like how often to talk about, what to share. Do I never want to share literally anything and just come on camera, and then there's this whole other like life behind the scenes, and then I come on and talk about eyeshadow and it just feels weird. Or even with vlogging, because like I always say, like my vlogs are a combination of weeks of footage put into one because I don't have a full day usually where I can do that, and if I am, I'm filming a foundation Friday. And so even with vlogs, it's like I'm vlogging the good parts of my days and then I literally don't show anything. But you could go from one clip of like doing my hair to then in reality, like 20 minutes later, I might be in bed for the rest of the day, and I don't show that, obviously. So it's just like a weird mental thing, and I'm trying to figure out what the best way to go about it for my own mental sanity is, basically. Like I said, I'd never want it to come across as like complaining. I'm extremely grateful for YouTube. That's not like what this is about. I wouldn't be able to have a normal job right now. So I am just so grateful for the flexibility. Like if I wasn't doing YouTube, I would have to be self-employed right now and be doing something else. Very grateful for this. I love you guys. Ooh, that one got a little wild. Whoops. I for sure figured out my neighbor's leaf blowing schedule. So now I feel very accomplished because I can plan filming around his leaf blowing. This isn't my normal eyeliner I use, so I'm struggling a little bit to get it clean, but I do like this one. Not that I can tell you what it is. Ooh, what just happened there? Okay, do you ever do this where like sometimes you'll just like do your makeup without thinking and you just kind of like hope it turns out amazing, but then sometimes like something like this happens and you're like, that's why I should probably use my brain while I apply makeup onto my face. It was so nice being with Parker. Parker's my parents' little Aussie, and he is so sweet. Now that he's older, he's just like kind of mellowed out a little bit. He's not old, but he's 4. I don't know, man. I just realized like how therapeutic dogs can be. This highlight is extremely intense. Need like the tiniest amount. It's very icy too. It's like an icy white. I do need to film a second video today, so I think I'm gonna like change my shirt, the old shirt switch, lipstick switch, and then film a second video. So I think I am gonna put on lashes. Sometimes if I'm just filming videos like this, it feels kind of pointless to put on lashes because then I just tear them off right after I'm done filming, but since I'm doing another one, might do it. I feel like I need something. Maybe I'll put like let's put a pop of color on the waterline. Let's go with the blue look. What kind of fall videos do you guys want to see, like for September? I hope you all are doing okay with COVID and just with everything going on. I think everyone is just in this like extra heightened state. We don't need to talk about how wild 2020 has been because everyone knows, but man, like I just keep picturing telling my kids about this time eventually, and it just is so crazy that we are still in it and it is still going on. And here's a PSA to wear your mask, folks. It is not about you, it's about protecting other people, and if we're all protecting other people, then we're all better off. So there's that. One of the activities I did there was plan a few trips, not like flying or anything, just like remote cabin kind of camping trips with my boyfriend. So we planned a few just in Washington, like a couple hours away. So we're going to Orcas Island, which will be really fun. I have this Airbnb like right on the water that looks so nice, and you can go paddleboarding and stuff. Airbnb is good because then you can like bleach everything down yourself, and it's just the two of you in there. And then we're doing Diablo Lake, which if you're in Washington and you need like an amazing place to either drive for the day in the North Cascades or camp, Diablo Lake is definitely one of my favorite things in Washington State. It is unreal. It's like super blue. It looks like it's photoshopped basically. So we're doing that and then one other camping trip. So I bought a Yeti cooler. I was looking at all the cooler reviews. So these were the things that I was spending my time doing. Okay, I was looking up cooler reviews. Who am I? Feel very adult. But I was like, if I only buy one cooler, you know, in the next 20 years, I might as well buy a good one. And Yeti, hands down, had the best reviews. So they're freaking expensive, but I just did it. The iPad also seems really cool for trip planning because you can basically, like in GoodNotes, you can drop in your screenshots. So like you could screenshot a reservation, drop it in, and then like say you were in Diablo Lake for the day or whatever, you could like screenshot different hikes and then make notes and just have like everything there. Normally I just screenshot on my phone and then I have to like scroll back and see everything I screenshotted. And then it's also nice to share. So like if I did make some kind of itinerary for different travels, let me know if you guys would want me to put that somewhere, because I feel like that could be helpful so that you don't have to plan it if it's already planned and like mapped out like where we stayed and, you know, all that stuff. Kind of just been digging lip gloss lately. I think we're just gonna put on a little lip gloss, maybe some liner after. I think I do want a little bit of liner just so my lips don't disappear into my face. Decided I am going to put on lashes. I don't even know what these are, so I guess I can show you the box. Don't know where they came from. If I can find my lash glue, that is the question. Still have to unpack my makeup bag from the trips. I didn't bring lash glue. Found it. That's kind of where I'm at now. I need to get this room sorted out. That's on the to-do list. I have so much crapola to put away. But speaking of this room, I'm super happy that you guys love the new setup and the lighting and everything. I feel like it's finally nailed down. It only took, what, how many years on YouTube? Oh, one cool thing that we did, I posted it on Instagram. It was like one of the last days I was there. So it was the first day that I think went on like an adventure, like got out of the house, sat in the car. Anyways, there's this thing at the Del Mar Fair, and I guess different fairs across the country are doing it, but it's called Fair Food Fix, and you stay in your car, you wear masks, but you drive through, and it's not, the fair obviously is not going on right now, rightly so. All it is like different booths of fair food, which I freaking love. Oh my god, a fair cinnamon roll, corn dog, nothing like it. So I was just in heaven. We got a corn dog, we got some Dole Whip, and you just drive through, get your corn dog, eat in the car, and it was pretty empty. There were only like 10 cars there when we went. We went right when it opened at like 12. That was the highlight of San Diego right there. My brows definitely don't look great today. I don't really care though. I've just been kind of like doing whatever with the brows and just not really caring. Oh my god, we tried to watch MAFS, Married at First Sight Australia. It is a totally different show than Married at First Sight in the US. It is like way more, what's it called? Not Real Housewives. It's more of like a reality show. Like it's, what the heck show am I thinking of where they're all in the house together? It just seems kind of like, not Bachelor. And it seems like they don't actually match people like they do on MAFS US. Like that one, it's like a real process, like a in-depth process to match the person that they're gonna marry. But they're like, oh, you like loyalty, you like trust, you want to be in love. Perfect, get married. I'm gonna add a little bit of warmth to my shadow. Just feel like with the blue I need like a little bit more of a warm tone in here. So this is the final look, no brand tutorial / whatever the heck we just talked about. I feel like this is gonna be a long one. I'm gonna go film another video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. I just want to leave you with a positive note. I hope that wasn't too like, I'm going to think through this 5 million times before posting it. Hopefully it actually makes it to the internet. If you are someone who's also gone through a rough month physically, mentally, whatever, rough year, just know that we all go through things, even if it looks like something else is going on based on what you see on social media or whatever it is. Everyone's going through something and we will all get through it. So I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.